Hi, I'm Dr. Angela Yeagley. Welcome to Sage Health TV. Today I'm super excited to talk to you about some top health goals for 2021. We're in a new year. This is a great time to reinvent and clarify, what your goals are for the year for yourself. Most people around health, they'll start January and they'll go, okay, this year is going to be amazing. I'm going to be in the best shape of my life and I'm going to eat perfectly, and then usually by the end of January it kind of falls off from there. So, and that's really normal. I would say that's almost everybody. So to avoid that, actually, what I would challenge you to do is to pick maybe one or two bigger things and look at how you would make it happen in the next 3 months. Specifics like, okay, maybe it's the goals that I'm going to talk about today, or your own goals that you already have in mind, like I'm going to be super flexible, so I'm going to do yoga every day, something like that. I want you to really outline it, because that's really when we have success, when we have a plan. So today I have 5 areas that you may have already thought about, you may have not have thought about, but I would encourage you to choose 1 or 2 of these, and in 3-month like in sections for the year, pick one and make it happen. So, okay, first one, super excited, is cleansing and detoxing. And there's 2 kind of ways to approach it that I really like. One is a 3-day juice fast. I really love the program through the Reboot. It's called Reboot for Life with Joe Cross. He's the person who did the documentary of Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. It sounds horrible, but it's actually a juicing documentary. It's so inspiring. Pretty much everybody, buys a juicer after the end of that documentary. And so it can feel so good. I mean, you're pretty much just juicing for 3 days with greens, maybe a little apple. The only group of people that I would say to be cautious is if you're diabetic, check in with your doctor. The next part is actually doing a 30-day cleanse or a detox. So those can vary. We have a couple of them that we really like, where we incorporate detox elements and herbs from Dr. Christopher Shade. His herbs are amazing, or Wise Woman Herbal. And then we also incorporate some other detox shakes and things from like Thorn or Designs for Health along with the program. Or you could do something like Whole30 or a keto. If you've not done one of these before, I, again, would really encourage you to reach out to somebody to help guide you. We have all of these programs in place. We can give you all the resources. And most cleanses look something like, lots of vegetables, carbs are out the door, no sugar, and some of them there's no dairy either, or no alcohol. Sometimes it can be, it's a challenge. You got to get prepared for it, but it really can change your life. Right now I'm doing Whole30 with the other doctors in the clinic and the staff, and the first few days, a little bit of a beast, but then it gets better from there. So, okay, number 2 is testing, extensive testing. If you know me at all, you know I love a good test. And so one in particular is an extended panel called the Genova NutriEval. This thing is lovely. And so if you think about, like, when is the last time you took a deep dive and looked at all of your vitamins, all of your minerals, all of your proteins and amino acids, your fatty acids, your omega-3s, your other, like, they do chemicals, they test chemicals, they check antioxidants. When's the last time that you actually did that for yourself? I'm guessing it's probably been a while, or maybe never. This panel is incredible, and it actually in some cases can go through insurance for part of it. And it's easy to do, just a little blood and a little urine, and then within 3 weeks we have it all back, and then we create a plan for you. It also includes another part that I think is super, super important, and that is looking at your methylation. Methylation is a big subject. It ties into your ability to detoxify, as well as your ability to make energy in your cells, and it does actually some of those markers as well, although there is another piece of this for testing, and I really like the 23andMe or Ancestry.com, and then you convert it into something like MTHFR, support.net, or Dr. Ben Lynch's panel, The Strategy. boy, we can just get incredible data on you and just like really make changes and support you if you are genetically susceptible to having, you know, deficiencies that you're always going to probably have to do extra levels or really push those foods to support your body long term. So have questions about that. I know those can actually get kind of complicated. I would want to guide you on that. Okay, next is exercise. So you knew I was going to say that. Now this also huge subject and so much information, and there's so many different ways to approach exercise. If you're at a place where you're not doing much right now, even walking, I mean, in the research, 10 minutes a day actually can shift your cardiovascular health in the right direction, believe it or not. Now, if you're beyond that, you're like, I'm already doing that. But you don't have any guidance right now, I would encourage you either to find a coach or to do something where you're, you know, like the Peloton series or Beachbody or, you know, something like that where you feel they're pushing you, you know, they're kind of pushing you to the next level. So yeah, but again, you know, start small. We certainly have people we refer to, you know, when people want to get really intense with exercise. So always reach out, you know, as well if you need resources. Okay, fourth one is sauna, far infrared sauna. One of my favorite therapies. So amazing. We have a lot, you know, at our disposal here. You know, we do a lot of nutrient IVs, we do oxygen therapy, and even with all of that, sauna is probably one of my favorites. It feels so cleansing, you know. I mean, you're detoxing, it's moving your liver, your lymph. It's actually been associated long-term with people who sauna regularly, decreased cardiovascular risk, risk of autoimmunity, decreased risk of actually different types of cancers. So our sauna with the far infrared is a little different than doing just general heat. It goes up to 170, so it really can be intense, and that's part of the experience. So, you know, we do have one of the higher end saunas here called High Tech Health that is actually made with no chemicals, and will be soon offering some discounts and packages on that. So stay tuned for that. So last one I want to talk about, number 5, is meditation. So meditation, sometimes for people, actually I've heard, you know, that I get feedback from patients can be a little daunting, or they think it's weird. They're like, you know, I'm not into that woo-woo weird stuff. And actually all it is finding moments of peace and really at its core, and doing breathing, you know, some deep breathing or regulated breathing. Of course, you can go much deeper than that, and I would encourage you to. Some of the most successful people in many different areas, whether it's, you know, business or finance or health, incorporate meditation as part of their daily regimen. I do as well. My goal is to do it every day. I would say I'm probably successful 5 out of 7. One of the apps that I absolutely love is called Insight Timer. They have like over 60,000 free meditations. And then Headspace. A lot of people love Headspace, which is also has been created by a Buddhist monk who is truly amazing. So there you are. So we've got, you know, cleanses, number 1, number 2, we've got testing, number 3, exercise, 4, sauna, 5, looking at meditation. If you have any questions on any of these, I would love to be your guide. I'd love to be your integrative medicine doctor to help make 2021 amazing. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.